This is a review lesson on writing linear equations in the form y equals mx plus b. What I want you guys to do is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which is the graph down here, I want you guys to write each of these linear relations into y equals mx plus b form. Take 4 to 10 minutes and do these 7. Pause the video and play it once you're done. So the first one, our problem with the first one is we don't have the y by itself. So we have to get the y by itself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 8x on both sides. That's going to get just that minus 3y on the left. So when I subtract 8x on both sides, what I'm left with on the left is negative 3y. And on the right is negative 8x plus 13. I gotta get the y by itself. It's still not in y equals mx plus b form. I divide by negative 3 on both sides of the equation. And what I now get is y is alone on the left, which is what we want. And then remember that negative 3, you divide the negative 8x by negative 3 and the plus 13 by negative 3. So negative 8 divided by negative 3 would just be positive 8 over 3. Because negative divided by negative is positive x. And then minus 13 over 3. So that would be y equals mx plus b form for number 1. Let's take a look at number 2. The output is 5 less than twice the input. So the output is always y. Is means what in math? Equals 5 is 5, less than is minus, twice is 2 times the input, 2x. But be careful. I know I said this before, less than. It is subtracting, but whenever you see less than, you need to make sure you flip the order it is said. So it's not y equals 5x minus 2. It'd be y equals 2x minus 5. Let's take a look at number 3. Number 3, it's a line that passes through 4, 3 and has a slope of 3. So in our y equals mx plus b, I need to fill in for the m and the b to get into y equals mx plus b form. I already know the slope. M is 3, so that'd be y equals 3x plus b. We don't know the y-intercept yet. We don't know that b value. So in order to find that b value, you want to take an x and a y coordinate, which we have right here, 4 and 3, x comma y, and plug that into our y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to take the 4, that's going to be the x, and 3 is going to be the y. So that would now be 3 equals, 3 is coming from the y coordinate in the point, 3, that 3 is coming from the slope, times x, which is 4, plus our unknown y-intercept, which is b. So I'm going to continue to solve this, and you're going to get b is equal to negative 9. So we have our slope, we have our y-intercept, we can now write our equation, which would be y equals 3x minus 9. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 gives us 2 points and nothing else. So what can I find? I know y equals mx plus b. I have to plug in for m and I have to plug in for b. If I'm given 2 points, what can I always find with 2 points? I could always find the slope. So I'm going to say this is x1, y1, x2, y2, and I'm going to find the slope. So it'll be y2, which I said was 7, minus y1, which is 5, over x2, which is 6, minus x1, which is 2. That would be 2 over 4, which simplifies to 1 over 2. So we have our slope. M is equal to 1 over 2. Now I need to find my y-intercept. I'm going to do something very similar, or exactly what we did for number 3, because we have a point. We have the slope. We can plug this into y equals mx plus b now. So y equals, my slope is 1 over 2x plus b. I'm going to pick the easier point to plug in, so the smaller positive numbers, which would be, well, they're all positive here, but 2, 5 is smaller than 6, 7. So I'm going to plug in 2, 5 because that allows me to make less mistakes down the road. So my y is 5. The slope is 1 over 2. X would be 2 plus b, my unknown y-intercept. I'm going to solve for b here. B is going to be 4. So that makes my linear equation for this be y equals my slope, 1/2 x, plus b, which is 4. So looking at number 5, scroll down a little bit. 5 is a table. So there's a couple different ways about going about this. We have 5 different points. We only need 2 points. So what you could do is do the same exact thing as we did above. So just choose the 2 nicest points. I think the lower numbers. So just choose these 2 points. x1, you could say this is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. And do the same exact thing as we did above. I think a little bit easier is when you have a table is you can think of slope as change in y over change of x, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So change in y over change of x. So your change in y, going from first to second point, is plus 12. Your change of x is plus 3. So your slope is just m equals change in y over change of x, which is 4. So your m is equal to 4. So now I know y equals 4x plus b. I need to find the b. I need to plug in a point. I'm going to plug in that first point, 4, 7. So 7's the y. This 4 is the slope. This 4 is the x coordinate plus b. You get 7 equals 16 plus b. Your b is -9. So the equation would be y equals 4x minus 9. Number 6, it's asking us what 59 represents in the equation. Well, 59 is our rate of change here. The only thing that's a rate of change here is speed. So it has to be number 2. Another way of looking at it, if t is the hours and we're getting closer to 280, so we're subtracting from 280, that 59 is how much we're getting closer to the 280 per hour, which would be our speed per hour, miles per hour. So number 7, we have to find our m, our slope, and our b, our y-intercept. So let's look at our b first. This one's nice to find. Our b is just equal to 0 because it crosses at the origin. So my y-intercept is 0, 0. And let's take a look at our slope. So our slope would be, we want to find 2 points. I'm going to use our y-intercept. And here it crosses really nicely at -4, 1. So I go down 1, so it'll be -1. It's my change of y. And to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. -1 over 4 is my m. So my equation is just y equals -1 over 4x. Don't write the plus 0. We want to have it as simplified as possible. That's it. The rest of this is review writing linear equations, so in context also, and that's it.